Hello, and welcome to this week's video. Special week for us.
It is indeed.
Yes, our business turned 18 this week.
It certainly did.
Yeah, proper bona fide grown-up business now.
No, I wouldn't go back.
Yeah, so we thought we'd use this week's video to just go on a trip down memory lane, basically, and tell you all about how we've managed to get this far. So why don't you start us off with how it all began?
How it all began. Well, I'd made a decision years before we'd started. I just fancy doing something different. I'd had to have a sensible job. And after 22 years, I just decided I want to do something different. So we set up this. And I remember going to a car boot sale at Feinston for the first lot, selling a bit of bric-a-brac. And the money we got from the car boot sale actually bought our first
Our
stock.
first stock, yeah.
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 And it's a company we still use today, registered fair trade supplier. But from Feinston, we went on and did Elgin Market. I did Huntley Market a few times.
Yeah, when there was a market at Huntley, I don't think it exists anymore.
And then we took on some gondolas in Aberdeen and Inverness. Yeah.
We were, I was working at Tesco's at the time, and the markets that you used to go to were generally on the weekend. So I used to help out at Elgin Market because I could go there in the morning and then go to work in the evening on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And then on a Sunday, I worked from 6 till 9 in the morning at Tesco. And then I would join you at Thainston. I would come down to Thainston and take over from you because you would have to go to Aberdeen to open the store.
To open the store in Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And if we were running a bit late, there was a young lassie called Bev.
Called Bev, yeah. Bev actually got us our first social media account. She's been a very young person and not, into the technology. we had they didn't have Facebook and Instagram back then. We had a Bebo account.
I can't remember. But then again, I'm not very social, so that's probably why you don't see many posts from me on any social.
It's me that does all the social media. Yeah. Bev used to. She worked on another gondola there. She was there anyway, and she always used to pull our curtain off and tidy it away and make it look like somebody was there until you got there.
Yeah. Never any customers, but
Yeah, but that was in the Trinity Centre in Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And you did all year there.
And then we moved from the Trinity on a permanent basis up to Inverness.
We decided not to renew the lease
in the Trinity
Centre and go to the Eastgate Centre.
Eastgate Centre in Inverness. Which first year or two was good. But in between doing Eastgate Centre, 1 week a month, Ellie would turn up.
I'd actually left work at this point. I left work to help, to help build our business up. And so instead of going to Elgin Market on a Saturday, we stopped doing that. And I used to take a table for a whole week at a time. And I moved into the St Giles Centre in Elgin. It was actually better than the market, obviously. Yeah. So we did that, but that was only 1 week a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which gave us a few days off, albeit individually, because one would be at Inverness and one would be at the house ordering the stock or undoing the boxes, getting it ready.
Now, we live in an incredibly small 2-bedroom bungalow.
Yeah.
And the business by then was beginning to pick up a little bit. So there were more and more orders coming in that we had to order more and more stock, and we were just falling over boxes. There was boxes everywhere. They were under the bed, they were in the wardrobes, they were in the kitchen cabinets. So everything was full of boxes and stock, and we were just like, enough, just enough. So we you started looking at stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we realised that the orders were coming in, and at the time, the courier companies didn't tell you what day they were turning up or what time. So one of us would have had to be there every day
In the storage unit.
in the storage unit to get, just in case there's an order or something being delivered. And then we realised it was as cheap to rent an old shop and to open it as a shop anyway. And if you got any customer,
then it's a bonus.
It's a bonus. Yeah.
So yeah, we opened our first shop. As a storage.
As a storage unit.
Storage unit, really.
Yeah. And that was down in Bogie Street.
Bogie Street, yeah. Our first shop was down in Bogie Street, right next door to the chip shop.
Yeah.
It was never a good idea, really, was it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a few pounds gone on with a chippy. Yeah, we took out a notice in the local paper, put a little coupon in there,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and opened up.
Yep.
And Fee was the first person to walk in with this little coupon.
I love this shop, and I was delighted when I discovered that I was one of the first customers 18 years ago. What will we have done with that shop? When they first opened, the kids and I used it all the time for really great birthday presents, and they had a fantastic collection of really lovely instruments and things that we used to go and get. And then as it sort of moved forward and changed and adapted, and then sort of for us really became somewhere that was desperately needed during lockdown, and being able to get the food and the flour I needed, and chats, and endless discussions about what the best chocolate is, which is the best raisins, and to be able to have this service as a refillery is great. And I hopefully go nearly every week, often several times a week. I buy my veg there, I buy food there, and I buy cards. I love the cards. So brilliant, Ellie and Martin. Happy 18th anniversary, and let's hope that you just keep going from strength to strength.
April 2009.
Yeah.
That was, and it literally July time, whatever. It became really, really obvious we needed a bigger shop already, because people had found us.
Yeah.
And we bought Nicole. We employed Nicole in that first shop.
We did, because that just helped us.
Yeah, she was like us. Yeah. She was a market trader, and she had the stall next to us
at Thameston.
Yeah. And when we opened the shop, she had wanted to close her stall anyway and stop doing it, and we just said, well, do you want a job? Basically. And she just said, yeah, she lives in Hudley anyway, so she...
Are you ready yet?
No, not yet.
I think walking down the street would be a better picture,
Yeah. Pop to the bank, get a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
What? I am the original employee for Alternatives, and they still make me dress up to help promote their gifts.
Girl, that was your idea.
It was, but it's okay. So yeah, come into Alternatives, their 18th birthday today, and yeah, they're the best bosses in the world. I loved working with them 18 years ago, and I can't say anything better for them, because they're just lovely people.
Oh,
okay.
I'm going to give you a cuddle, even if you do look a bit weird. She was the best employee.
Oh, thank you. Right, I better just return the products.
Yes, if you're not going to buy them, could you please put them back on the shelf, madam?
I will, thank you.
It's fine. Nicole was our first employee.
Yeah. And our last.
And our last as well. She was the last one to go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then this customer called Sharon kept coming in and saying, "Oh, you need to sell clothes. You need to start selling clothes, and this, that, and this." So we started selling clothes, and then Sharon came to work for us as well.
Yeah.
Hi, Martin and Ellie. I would just like to say, wow, congratulations, 18 years later. I feel so humbled to have been part of your journey, part of that journey I absolutely loved. So I started with you way back down in Bogey Street in 2010. Wow, 15 years ago. How time flies. I helped you move up into the shop across the street in 2010-ish, 2011. Absolutely loved it there. Loved my job, loved learning about all the different ethical made products that you sold. Loved the customers coming in, all the regulars, and just always looked forward to it, and always looked forward to spending time with you guys. It was so much fun. I then left and went on to work full time. But I also came back and helped you move into the shop that you're in now. Sadly, due to work, I'm not always a regular customer, but whenever I can, I come and spend time with you. Thank you for the opportunity that you gave me all of those years back. At that time in my life, it was a much needed opportunity, and you supported me so much. And in return, I supported you back, and still support you to this day. Congratulations on everything you've done, and it's great that you're still around and still going strong and still being innovative. Much love, Sharon.
And the two girls managed really well. They actually managed really well another time as well when we were snowed out.
Yeah, the winter of 2010, 2011.
Yeah. Or 20. Yes, I can't remember which winter it was. Yeah, but there's several winters we've been snowed out.
One winter in question. I mean, that was a real bad weather, and Elliot got snowed in at Elgin.
I'd had my stall at Elgin, and I couldn't get back. I
got snowed in at Inverness and got put up. You stayed at the Premier Inn.
I stayed at the Premier Inn in Elgin. It was about 4 days, wasn't it? Something like that. And one of our customers put you up in Inverness because you got snowed. You couldn't get back.
Well, I mean, of course, that was, none of the carriers were delivering north of the Central Belt because of the snow. And we were running out of stock.
Big time running out of stock. Well, nobody could shop anywhere else. Everybody was like captive shoppers, really. You've got Sharon and Nicole going, we really don't have a lot of stock because nobody could go anywhere from here. And I was going, I've run out of stock on my stall. And you were going, I've run out of stock on that stall as well. So you actually, you drove all the way to Yorkshire.
I set up, I had opened the stall on a Sunday morning. And Inverness, you close at 4 o'clock on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And then from 4 o'clock on a Sunday, I set off for North Yorkshire to Skipton to go and get to one of the wholesalers for a Monday morning.
Yeah.
And I made it back on the Monday night with a van load of stuff.
Yeah, and you dropped a load of stuff off at the Huntley shop.
Yeah.
Then you joined me in Elgin. You turned up at the Premier Inn in Elgin, knocking on my door at about 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'd actually gone to the Premier Inn at Elgin first, and then to try and get some sleep because the journey down there, that was a bad one with all the snow and whatever. I didn't see many people on the boats.
Well, I think people were being sensible.
Well, yeah.
You did it. You did it twice. You went
twice.
Had to do it twice. In that 1 week, you drove to Yorkshire and back twice.
Yeah.
To go and get stock. It was Christmas time, you see. You We're all stranded in all these different places.
And I won't be doing it again.
No.
I'm too old for that. I was young and foolish.
Yeah, nowadays, if we wake up in the morning and we see snow, we're like, nah, we're not going in. Just forget it. Oh. We went through some really bad times after then, didn't we?
Yeah. I think we'd had the good times, and the financial crisis had hit.
We thought we were
in a big way. Yeah. We were lucky. As I mentioned before, the first supply we ever had at the time, we had problems paying the bills for the stock and whatever, and he was really good. They went out on a bit of a limb, and so did some other people, and
they allowed us to buy stock because we've been customers for so many years.
Yeah.
They allowed us to buy stock on a pay it as and when you can basis, and
it was a case that we could pay for the previous order, and then we'd get the next order on credit.
Yeah.
For 30 days. And
we couldn't order another one.
No, until we
paid. So.
And that helped, and we decided to close on the nest because that was just a massive drain.
That was September 2012 when we left.
But then again, we nearly lost the shop in 2013.
Well, we nearly lost the shop back when we just decided, because we'd got the shop in Huntly, we would take everything back to Huntly and just dump it in the shop and just hope, work out of Huntly. And Sharon had already left by this point.
Yeah.
And Nicole, well, she knew exactly what was happening all the way down the line, and she stayed with us until we could no longer afford to pay her. And then we had to let her go, and it was really sad, which meant we were on our own again. Just the two of us. And so yeah, and it was really, really hard. And by March 2013, I'd gone back to work. I'd got a job in a nursing home looking after people, old people with dementia, and you'd started doing gardening work for people.
Yeah, and I think it was 27 gardens a week at the worst stage. And when I got a bald head.
And people would know, like, if Martin was in the shop, it meant I was at work. And if I was in the shop, it meant Martin was at work. So that's the second time we've had to juggle working and working and juggle jobs and do things like that. It's really hard, especially when you're still paying rent from somewhere that you had to leave because things all went horribly wrong, and you've got that to pay and the rent on your current shop, and it's...
we had a lease there at the time, of course. But 2013 also.
We had 3 horrible years.
2013, the landlord, he actually did go into administration. And
he walked in the shop and said, "I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to call in the administrators because I've gone broke."
And he was fine. He was upfront to us. It happens in business, I dare say. And of course,
when we sat there going,
"What's going to happen? We're not going to have a shop." But so there were several months that we walked around Huntly looking for another available shop. I think what made it worse, we just managed to...
It was just beginning to turn itself back around again.
Yeah.
And we'd got to the point where I'd actually did manage to reduce my hours at work, and I'd reduced my days down. I wasn't doing so many, and you weren't doing so many gardens, and we're like, oh, it's beginning. And then he comes in and says, "I'm sorry, I've got a burst." And I'm like, so we were still paying the rent, but it wasn't going to him, it was going to the administrators. And it's like, oh my goodness. And then
the shop went up for auction.
It went up for auction.
December 13.
Yeah, but there was a lady who wanted it for herself.
Yeah.
And so we were like, oh well, we've just lost this.
Mhm.
We've lost the game. This is it now. This is
Yeah.
the end. And she didn't get it.
No.
And then it went back up to auction again, and we had a few phone calls from prospective buyers who were like, because obviously it goes up as a shop with a sitting tenant, because we're sitting tenants, and we had lots of phone calls from people going, what are you good if I buy it, and will you stay, and that sort of thing, or how is your business? Are you going to go as well? Because if I'm not going to buy this, if you're not going to stay, and then somebody else said, well, I'm going to buy it, but I don't want you in there.
Yeah.
We're like, okay. I mean, the last time we'd had the problem, it was our own fault. This was not our fault, so we were facing losing the business again, but through not our fault. And we desperately tried to find somewhere in Huntley and around the area, just to cut down the travel costs, basically, where we could go. And at the time, Huntley was still a vibrant town, and there was nowhere to go. There was nowhere for us to go. As luck had it, the person who bought it, actually,
Tommy Forbes.
Yeah, he's. I believe he still owns it.
He still owns
it after all this time. He actually got it at the auction.
He did, and we found out on the 19th of December 2013. So that was a bit of like a Christmas present for us a few days early. Yeah.
So it all turned out all right in the end. But, we were still working as well. I still had my job, and you still had your gardening.
Yeah.
And that carried on for years. Well, you're still doing 2.
I'm doing 2.
You're doing 2. It will go down to 1.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh, I hope so.
You can't not do the 1 because it's our current shop landlord.
Keep him.
So yeah, I carried on working for a good few years. So we were kind of in recovery at that point.
Yeah.
So kind of beginning to recover, given another lifeline, and things are beginning to settle, and they were beginning to go, turn back round and go back up again. But make no bones about it, there was days when we sat in there, or one of us sat in there, and we didn't take anything because nobody walked in.
Not enough for the electric lights.
So my first ever memories of the shop was coming up on my lunch break at school and having a nosy at everything you've had, because you always have just the most incredible pieces in. The first thing I ever bought was probably some earrings, but the one I remember was this little glass elephant. It was bright red, and I got it for my mum. I don't know if it was Mother's Day or her birthday, but it was for my mum. And yeah, I've continued to buy pieces for people ever since.
We started to get more crafters in.
Yeah.
And that's because it was a way of filling the shop without paying for stock, because you get crafters, local crafters give you their work to sell on their behalf, but you just do it on a commission. So you're stocking the shop and not actually having to pay for it until you've sold the item, obviously, then you pay them back. We started to do demonstrations, crafting demonstrations.
We did. We still carried on with Fainston Market.
Yeah, you were still doing Fainston Market. You had a brush with the law.
Well, I'd been to a shop, and what we used to do was on a Saturday night was put everything in the boxes and whatever, and put it into a van, and then early Sunday morning I'd be off to Fainston. To go there.
Oh, I'd be off to work.
Yeah. And, well, I was leaving Huntley one night, and I hadn't realised that one of my little lights above the back registration plate was off. And two policemen who were just doing their job, fine, stopped me, pulled me over, probably thinking, what is this person doing in a little white van at 11 o'clock at night? And they pulled me over, and one of them turned round and he says, what do you have in the back of your van? Well, he was a bit surprised when I turned round and I said, well, I've got half a dozen giraffes, a couple of zebras, an elephant, a seahorse. And they thought I was just been funny until I opened the back of the van, and there was wooden giraffes, wooden zebras, wooden elephants, and they could see the funny side of it. Yeah, that just shut them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still had to get a light fixed, but that was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that kind of moved us into this shop, which we moved into in 2017.
17, yeah, on our 10th anniversary.
Yeah, actually, it was strange because we left the old shop, 32 Duke Street, 7 years to the day.
7 years to the day. It was November to November.
Yeah.
And Sharon and Nicole were with us on the day we moved from Bogey Street to Duke Street.
Mm-hmm.
And then, unbeknown to us, we didn't know it was going to happen, but on the day we moved from across the street to here, they both turned up.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, we've come here to help you move. It might not work for you anymore, but we've come. It's a tradition. So it's like, oh, it was really good. Really brilliant. We had a lovely day. I think we went and got chips in the end. Sat here eating chips and unpacking stuff and putting it on shelves.
Well, yeah, I mean, luckily enough, when we moved in here, we found that really old shopping trolley.
There's a shopping trolley in the cellar.
I think it belonged to what was Safeway or before Summerfield or something. It's got the red thing on. So it's not as the Tesco's. It was, well, yeah, it had been left by the accountants who was before us in the cellar. You know, and well, the amount of stuff I wheeled up and down that road with that.
Across the street, didn't we? We'd actually still opened the shop on the Saturday, and at 5 o'clock when we closed it, we were packing everything up and whatever else and shuffling it across here because we'd actually got the keys to this 2 months before we moved in.
Yeah, part of the thing was I had to repaint it, and it needs repainting again. Yeah. So we'd already done that, and we were moving it across, and then Nicole and Sharon came back on the Sunday and helped us move everything out and put it on. We opened up on the Monday morning. None of the 6 months for a bridge, I tell you. So.
Take that long to move shop, you know. And I think it happened the same when we moved into there in the first place. We literally walked it all up the street.
Yeah, but that was a much steeper hill.
Yeah.
I'm already recording, so start when you want.
All right, okay. Oh, you can edit this, yeah? Okay, then. All right, off you go.
So I had an exhibition here very early on, just after we moved up here, possibly 16 years ago, or so 15 maybe. And I also had working here for an exhibition as part of a Devon project I did called Walking Without Walls. And I've done several workshops at Plant. There's a painting here from that project still. You can pan round and show.
Okay, all right, I'll go round there. Yes, Rachel. Following instructions.
And yeah,
squint. Sorry,
it was slightly squint. Yes, this is that.
On my light, Kate.
Oh no, that's
fascinating.
I think it's supposed to be squint. As part of that project, I also did some plant journaling workshops in here. A couple of different ones. And I have sold cards in here throughout the years, and and prints and possibly paintings. I can't remember.
You sold everything. You've done demonstrations, and across in the old shop, you did a painting demonstration with Judith and.
That's right. Yeah, and there was another painting workshop I did here, which you remember, but I don't.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I haven't done as much as her, but I was introduced to Martin and Ellie a few years ago, and
a good few years ago. And I always come at the shop. Great shop, great laugh. We've sold artwork here. I bought great products. It's a fantastic business, and it absolutely definitely needs to be supported. And here's to another 18 years. I wasn't meaning it
to be an advert, but
why do you say all that?
God.
No, that'll go in.
Is that it? Right, okay, fine. Okay, I think that's everything.
It is a great shop. We buy all our birthday presents, lots of Christmas presents.
This is not an advert. What is this?
We're just remembering the things we've done here.
It was great. The laughs were great.
And,
the laughs
and continue.
Great.
It's not over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you ever so much, you guys.
That's great.
So yeah, we started to get better and better, and then COVID hit. Knocked us back again.
I think it knocked everyone back.
It knocked everyone back, yeah. We didn't know whether we were supposed to be open or closed, because the rules were that everybody was supposed to be closed, but supermarkets could be open, and bliss that and the other, and blah, 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 blah. And we're like, but we sell food, and we sell soap, and, and we sell essentials.
Mm-hmm.
And, the hardware store had closed, and then after about a week, it was open. You had a great time doing all your gardens. you could go and do that. I was still working in the nursing home.
You were. But when COVID hit, we came up with this idea, like, everything for refillery, let's just bang it onto the website.
Bang it on a website, yeah.
There's nothing fancy, no pictures, no nothing. And that really sustained us through COVID, the amount of orders we got.
And what we came up with, because everybody interpreted the rules differently.
Mm-hmm.
And so we opened for 2 hours on the days that I wasn't at work.
Mm-hmm.
So for the days that I wasn't at work, we were in here for 2 hours, and it allowed people to bring their refills to us so that we could do it for them.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't let them in, they had to stand outside. And then so we did it, took it back out to them or whatever. But it also allowed us to make up the orders through the website.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd spend like all afternoon out driving around the country delivering orders.
It wasn't just an excuse for us to have it on drive round.
So there's nobody on the roads or anything going on. It's like...
We did hope every now and again that there would be a customer at the seaside, but I'm afraid we're out of luck there.
No seaside customers. But we'd made arrangements with like the Tin Hut, that we could meet people there, use them as a meeting in the car park. And the Bogney Arms had let us use their car park, so that we didn't have to be driving all over the place. We would say, if you're a little bit further away, come to there, or come to there, or come to there, and take it out. We passed it out for our booth, so it might have looked a bit dodgy.
Outside, but
But we came up with plans, and for those who couldn't get into Huntley, we would collect their refills and take them back the next time we were able to go out. And you work around it. You just work it.
You have to work and come up with some solutions rather than problems.
But it was then that we decided to close the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And put the refillery in its own place, because there was that wall there was that little bit there was a bit out the back, it was all over the place. It depended what you wanted refilled, because we had the health and beauty with the health and beauty, we had everything else right there, and it was all over the place. And we just went, right, let's just put it in one room. So it had its own room, but we lost the coffee shop. And subsequently, because of doing that, we lost the
backspace for a workshop.
You couldn't help them anyway. So we moved the cards into the workshop. We actually moved the whole shop around during COVID.
Hi, I'm Jessie. I previously volunteered at Ellie Martin's shop, the Ethical Gift Shop, and it's just been great. It's a great shop. Every community should have a shop like this, especially the food refillery. There's everything and anything you could want. And it's great volunteering here, because you get to know all the local people and repeat customers. And also Ellie Martin were kind enough to come to Huntley Cubs and do a talk on fair trade and ethical food, because a lot of their stuff is fair trade. And that was great to spread their knowledge and stuff like that with the Cubs. So, okay, I'm done. I don't think it's going to get much better than that.
You can go when you're ready.
No, I'm under pressure now. The camera's
out. Right. Let's do. We're just exploring this bra place. It's been gone for 18 years. Would you believe that?
18 years.
Are you filming already, Quinn?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start again.
Doesn't matter, I can edit it, it's fine.
Okay.
Where do you want me to be? Because I just was in a corner.
Move a boot forever, okay? Right, we'll come through the door.
Follow you.
Right. Right, and then you'll see them.
Right, okay, right.
So, this place has been gone for 18 years.
18 years, would you believe it?
For a rare
It's
selection.
lovely cards and
Aye.
prints and photographs and...
I like it, I like it.
Jackie, look at this, they've got Doric books here.
Mehdi to get it away. Well, I can thoroughly recommend this place to come. Far is it?
It's on Duke Street in Huntly, and it's a lovely wee shop.
The ethical shop.
Come and visit the ethical
Huntly.
shop in Huntly.
18-year-old. Can't believe it.
I don't think we can believe it either.
Well, I think they deserve a round of applause.
Oh, thanks you two, that's amazing.
It's a pleasure.
Let me just in case anybody didn't understand, that was Doric. This is Jackie and Aaron, and they do the Doric books that we sell.
And we just love selling them here because Ellie does a grand job, and it is such a bra shop. Oh, better do it in English now.
Gonna.
Yes, we're very happy. We're very happy to have our books in this lovely shop. And if you haven't been,
You're doing it in Doric, Dougie.
Am I?
Yeah, you've kind of mixed the two up there. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's infectious, this Doric Malark.
Just visit the shop.
We've got some customer questions. Were we on that? I don't know.
Yeah, you were. I mean, you kind of went, yeah.
Just a little bit. What's the secret to your success?
I'm a saint.
It
I am.
must be a saint putting that with me.
You know, just so patient and such saintly, and you know, and if you believe that, you'll believe anything. We just bounce off each other.
We bounce off each other, yeah, but we also bounce off our customers. You know, what we started, the business model we had when we started is absolutely nothing like what we've got now, you know, because you have to adapt. Everything that we do has been literally born out of talking to customers and their ideas, you know. When Sharon came to work for us in the first shop, she said, you should be selling clothing, you should be, so we started selling clothing.
And then you had Carol Thompson, who was a tradecraft
rep
at the time, and she wanted to give it up and asked if we would take it on.
We started selling food.
Yeah.
Refilling was their idea.
Well, but the numbers on the doors are not from 12 years ago. The refill totals.
No, and that came about at COVID as well. We were going about, and when we let people back in, when we were allowed to let people back in, it was Christine. She said, "Oh, wouldn't it be nice if we knew how many refills you did?" And we were just like, "Oh yeah, it would." You know what? That's really easy.
Okay, it took me a couple of nights to work it out, but it is actually quite easy to do.
And you know what? We've pipped over the 55,000 now, but that is only from COVID, you know,
after COVID.
Just after COVID, March, April, May time, because we have no idea how many we did in the old shop before we came here, or how many we did in the 3 years before that happened. Yeah. We don't know how many we've done, but since then we've done 55,000 refills. So yeah, that's come out of a customer.
Yeah.
What else has come out of talking to customers? Oh, loads of stuff. Everything we do literally is
we always listen
led by our customers. Oh, your phone's ringing. How very dare it. Ooh.
Excuse me, folks.
Are you coming back now, are you?
Yeah, I'm coming back now.
Oh, where you go? Oh, Stan. Oh, yeah, Stan was Stan. Put your hat back on, Stan. Stan was born. Yeah, I started up a
knitting club in here.
A charity knitting club in here as well. It now meets in the library.
It got a bit too big for it.
It got so many people wanting to come, which is brilliant. But yeah.
Right.
And Stan came out of knitting club.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what's next on the list? Future plans. We don't have any future plans.
Depends what the customers say.
Depends what customers want.
And then we'll listen. We'll see what's possible, what isn't. No, we don't really have any future plans that we know of.
No, like we said before, it does depend on our customers. You can't have a business model and expect to still be doing that 18 years later. You have to adapt. You have to change.
Have to change and move and adapt and be flexible.
Yeah.
Yes, we have stuck to a certain few pointers. I'm into fair trade. Everything we do ideally is handmade. Yeah, and it's as ethically sourced,
eco-friendly
as possible, sustainable. For food elements, we use workers' cooperatives or fair trade people, or we'll buy it locally. So no, we do try to stick with ethos, which we started with, but we've had to adapt what we sell. Yeah, and move and be flexible.
What else have we got? Customer clips and oh yeah, some of our customers wanted to be. I put the thing out on social media, say if you wanted to be included in our down memory lane video, that they want, you can make a video clip or send us a comment and I'd include it. So some of our customers did that.
Oh, you realise how much it's cost me? Jigs.
So I hope you've enjoyed those clips and our little trip down memory lane. Just thanks ever so much for everybody who supported us and for everybody who nominated us for that award last year as well.
Yeah, that was
just icing on the cake.
That was just,
Didn't expect that at all. So yeah. But anyway, thank you ever so much for all your support, all your help, all your ideas, and all your custom.
Yeah.
And your friendship as well, because we quite often get bought cakes and biscuits.
You've got a nice bunch of flowers.
Yeah. Nicole gave us flowers, cards, and people quite often come in with sandwiches and stuff like that.
Over the years, you've seen the bumps in ladies.
Yeah, we've bumps have become babies, babies have become children, and children have become adults, and we've seen them grow up, and it's a privilege.
It is, yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
We have a good relationship with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so thank you ever so much to everybody for helping us keep our dream alive.
Well, yeah.
Basically. Because without you, we still wouldn't be here, and we will not be here in another 18 years. So
no. I'll be on holiday somewhere.
Hopefully, I'm going to retire someday.
Oh yeah, in 17 years, 364 days.
A bit earlier than that. Is that? Ooh. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching, and we'll see you next week with a shorter update, I promise. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. It's a feature-length movie.
It won't be. I'll edit it out.